So I need to catch up. The minute now that it's open, I will go. So for 2022 and 2023, I hope to travel with my wife non-stop. 包头, travel everyone. Oh, I take two lah. Delicious food, beautiful scenery, definitely two. I must have both because I like to eat and I also like to enjoy my life. When I'm having my meal or having my wine, I'm a very spoiled person, okay? So I must have this beautiful scenery in front of me, then I will really truly enjoy it. So in one of my trips with Apple Vacation, I went to this place where I was facing Mount Fuji and it was so beautiful because it was during autumn and I was having my wine there and I was looking at this beautiful scenery, Mount Fuji, and I said, wow, this is life, man. If you're not getting any younger, if you got money also no use, you don't know how to spend it, and life is so short, don't spend it in the hospital, better spend with Apple Vacation, okay? Oh, print, electronic and social media as well. You must tap out all lah. No, don't just put everything in one basket. To have the most effective communication, everything you're in there. So that's the way it should be now. Writing, speaking and acting as well, all three. East or West Malaysia? Again, I'm a very greedy person, I want everything. So I think both sides of the Malaysia is so beautiful. So whether you're in West Malaysia or in East Malaysia, it's always beautiful. I'm from Penang, so I think Penang offers very good food. If you go to Sabah and Sarawak, I also love Sabah and Sarawak. It gives you the nature, and I think that Malaysia is so great because it doesn't matter whether you're in East, West or South, it gives you the best of everything. Both are important to me because I like to read, because it's part of my job and I need to exercise my mind. Reading is like a brain vitamin. If you do not read, then you don't expand your mind, you don't stimulate your thinking, and when you grow older, because I cannot tahan mahjong, I don't know how to play mahjong, so I must make sure that my mind is still functioning very well. And of course, sleeping is so important. I'm a person that for some strange reason, I got dreams every night. Every night, it's like watching a movie, okay? So most people do not have dreams every night, but I have dreams every night. So if you have dreams every night, you do not sleep well. So whether 8 hours or 10 hours or so, there's disruption. So both are important to me. I used to travel a lot until COVID-19 and MCO disrupted our life. So I wasted my life for 2 years. There are many places which I really want to go. Too many places. So I need to catch up. The minute now that it's open, I will go. For 2022 and 2023, I hope to travel with my wife non-stop. 包头, travel everyone. Definition of travel is actually to learn and to absorb culture. I don't like superficial traveling where I'm also very demanding of our tour guides. I expect my tour guides to be really learned, to really know the subject very well. I think the days are over where the tour guides will say, oh, you know, this place is like that, like that, like that. I'm not interested in the statistics, but I really want to go down and spend time to sit down to have coffee with the locals. I like to go to the market. Sometimes most itinerary does not include markets, but I think that visiting food markets give you an idea what kind of food that the locals like, what kind of food that they eat, and there's an idea of what life should be. So I appreciate this kind of adventure and kind of traveling, which is more demanding than most the traveling. But I like to understand local culture, understand local life, so I can absorb everything and appreciate the culture of this particular country. My wife, definitely. I like an environment where I can look at wild animals, not zoo. Zoo is a jail for animals. I like adventure. So some of my trips, my most memorable trip has actually been to travel to Rwanda to look for gorillas. To me, that was the best trip. I've also gone to Kalimantan where I fulfilled my dream of swimming with a whale shark. So me and my wife went to this place in Sulawesi Sea where we swam with 6 whale sharks. Wow, okay? Swim with manta ray and also went diving in this place. We have a lot of harmless jellyfish. So for me, these are the kind of adventures and trips that I enjoy. I think it's the terracotta soldiers in Xi'an, China. For me, I've been to many countries. The most important is that when I see the monument, I'm almost like, wow, whew, I must have that expression, and that's something that hits me. If that does not hit me, then So when I went to see the Taj Mahal, I didn't have that wow factor. I was like, okay, it was very famous, love story, very romantic, but it didn't hit me. When I saw the terracotta soldiers in sea, and it was like, wow, whew, fantastic. I would like to go back to Japan again and again because I love Japanese food. I never have enough of sushi and the steak, very nice beef, okay? As I talk now also, I'm like, oh, saliva is drooling because the Lee-san took me to this fantastic place in Kyoto. Wow, fantastic. So I will go back to Japan because that it's clean, it is safe, and nobody will try to cheat you. You know, people are very humble, very nice. If you forget to take your handphone, they make sure that you get back your handphone. So I like that kind of environment. So I've got many good experiences traveling with Apple Vacation and Lee-san, and just too much to talk now, but it's really one of the best places. Oh, this one, touch your hand. I won't go back to Brunei. I spent less than 4 hours there, but I will not go back to Brunei again. Simply because, to be fair, maybe that I should have spent more time to make a judgment or to make an impression, but I like a variety. I'm a person who likes adventure. I do not like to go to a place where there are a lot of restrictions. So I like places where I'm like free, you know, I can do what I want. So I won't go back to Brunei. I think the most exciting, the most thrilling is to Rwanda in East Africa. Me and my wife climbed up a volcanic mountain and then spent 3.5 hours looking for wild gorilla. And that will be something that I know that I may not be able to do the second time because it was very tiring during the hiking. And now, if I do it again, I will need to go to some place which is less taxing. So there are still many trips that I need to go. And you know, now with climate change and everything, my bucket list now is actually to go to Antarctica. I want to go to Greenland. I want to go to the Arctic before the ice melt away, and you will only see ice in video. So I need to feel it, touch it. I know there's more than one, okay? I went with Apple Vacation to Lake Baikal. To me, that was one of the best trips. Lake Baikal is in Siberia. To me, to look at the blue ice, it was like, wow. This is what nature is about, and God has given us this beautiful planet, and I really thank Lee-san for asking me to go there because that it is definitely one of the best places I've ever been in my life. While Lee-san has maybe traveled to 100 more countries, my nature job has allowed me to travel to 60 countries, I think 60, but Lake Baikal was one of the best. The first country I want to go, I've got several that I thought about, but I talked to my wife and we say that Japan will still be a good place to go. But now, I don't think that Japan is welcoming me. Okay. But I like to go to Japan because that, again, is food, scenery, and to drive around the country. We talk of going hiking. I don't want to go to Shibuya anymore. I think I've enough of that. I've enough of Hokkaido many times, but we like to go hiking. The reason is because that by going hiking and walking, we can stop at any places that we want to stop and eat the local food, interact with the local people. Even though I cannot speak Japanese, but I think that we will be able to manage. So that's one of our bucket list.
我觉得我们每个人都要学会去肯定自己。肯定自己的意思，并不是说一直以为觉得自己多好，而是知道自己有多不好。